And this week on Cato and Friends Murder the Fairy Dragon.
We're the reclaimers. We're the reclaimers now.
Mount up and kill fairy dragons, and the time has come for more of what honestly is rapidly turning into, I guess, I don't know if my other patrons, I know Ross watches this. Ross is going to be real sad now, but what is turning into maybe my favorite patron game. I'm sorry, Ross, and anyone else who might be watching, because you guys are the five, like we were just talking about, having five people who knew each other beforehand, all coming together, who have gamed in the past, makes for a really fun and interesting party. And thank you guys for your support on Patreon. We're just going to jump right into those in-characters. Hopefully we don't die to a bear trap. 1d5, boom, and the taxman is first this time.
Oh, damn. All right, well, I am still playing Arcturus, and he is still an Inquisitor of Abadar. And honestly, what did we do last time? I stayed back while they explored for a while. And then I guess the most pressing thing is this business with the fairy dragon. I think at the end of the day, lawful neutral, I have to be, like, when there's a creature of like pure chaos, I really do have to be just opposed to that. I think it does sort of, like, it might feel a little surprising to hear me agreeing with Cato, and it probably makes Arcturus pause a bit when he's like, wait a minute, I'm agreeing with Cato. But at the end of the day, what we're dealing with is two creatures that are probably just fundamentally incapable of adhering to any kind of orderly structure. So it's with much regret that I find myself aligned with the side that wants to slay these things. But so that's where I'm at right now.
Okay, fair enough. And on we go to the next one. It's going to be a 5. Nah, it's a 4. It's we're going to really get Ionia's down first, just really early on, so everyone else can be horrible and feel bad.
This one's a little brief. I am playing Ionia Essel, human occultist. Yeah. So in the last session, we had just been debating what to do about the fairy dragon, so I had just excused myself from the group, and this takes place at that point in time. Ionia excuses herself from the group, feeling uneasy about the decision they've come to. These creatures have a level of innocence, but they are a threat, clearly. She glances over at the corpse lying nearby. It's a shame, but I suppose it is what must be done. She listlessly pats the dog on the top of the head, releasing a soft sigh. Still, I can't help but feel bad for them. Best not to focus on it, I guess. She looks into the dog's eyes. We need a name for you, friend. Just distracting myself. That's it.
Fair enough. And I now realize, after handing you a doggo animal companion, I did not plug in their hit points. So I'm going to do that real quick as we get the next in-character reflection from Senia's next. I'm starting to get them memorized. I think it goes Cato, Senia, Kalira, Ionia, Arcturus. I'm not looking at OBS right now, but I think I'm right.
Yeah, Senya's second. I'm first. Third would have been Cal.
Nice!
To recap, I play Senya, a Kelid barbarian hailing from the Glenabon uplands. I am particularly the Geminin Invoker archetype. And based on our last session, I am in agreement with the rest of the more lawful characters of the group that we've stumbled across a creature of Chaos's nest, and it, as she likes to say, or likes to think, it's all fun and games until somebody loses a life, as she kind of glances at the poor bandit that got buried by the logs, and we definitely need to set lawfulness to these lands.
And look at everybody's turning against the chaos. Fair enough. Take that hero point, and I did it. It's almost a Yahtzee. Cal is next. If I roll it, I'm going to go ahead and roll it. Is it a 1? Damn. Almost perfect, but not today.
Okay. Well, Cal is feeling pretty as she enjoys the forest. She finds more so than the open fields. At least it's nice and cramped around here. It still smells like outside, which is terrible. But it's what's the opposite of claustrophobia?
Agoraphobia? The fear of going.
I guess it's
agoraphobia.
agoraphobia, right? But I guess she doesn't have agoraphobia though, because she doesn't really mind the forest. But she finds that she likes being in the forest a lot more. She's trying to forget the whole fact that that is probably because she's part elf, but she likes to think it's just because the tall trees remind her of the narrow alleyways that she's used to, and she's really excited because she now has Perlavash's nest in her hands, and she feels like she has other parts of his anatomy in his hands at this point, and she's looking forward to make good on her threats that she's made to him thus far.
Fair enough. You half-elf barbarian of the superstitious persuasion, you.
Right.
And take us home, Kato.
All right. So I am playing Cato Sicarius, a 20-year-old human of the Teldan background. I am the firstborn of the noble house Sicarius, son of Saul Sicarius. I am a level 1 swashbuckler of the Rosalind Bravo archetype, a level 1 monk of the Master of Many Styles archetype, and a level 1 fighter of the Weapon Master archetype with a chosen weapon proficiency of Aldori dueling swords. Cato's perspective at this point in time, upon finding the dragon, up until this time, he knew the dragon was a threat. He knew it was something that needed to be dealt with. He wasn't necessarily certain that it needed to be killed. However, upon coming across the corpse, it's basically become clear to him that these pranksters can become fatal if left to their own devices. And that was sort of the tipping point that set Cato's on the path that this threat needs to be ended, and ended swiftly. While he doesn't care so much about the individual life of the bandit, as Cato would have ended the bandit himself had he been given the opportunity, he doesn't trust that the safety of anyone who travels through these woods, considering what has befallen here. So that is his obligation to ensure the safety of those who will settle here in the future. These chaotic beings must be removed by any means necessary for the Reclaimers.
Okay.
Good enough. All right, and we take it right back to the scene of what to do about the fairy dragon, and the floor is y'all's.
So, like I was saying, do we leave? Or do we set it? Or do we lie in wait?
What is it? It's late in the afternoon, right?
Yeah, as you guys have deliberated, the sun has probably tracked over to like 4 or 5.
As much as so, there's two options we can take here. We can attempt to anger it into hostilities with us, and probably smashing its nest and making a right ruckus would probably work to that effect. Or we could try to lure it with bait and not show any open signs of aggression until we have it in sight and within reach. Both have their merits, I guess.
Well, let's not forget, this dragon is not some animal. It seems relatively clever.
Yeah.
Just holding up some candy or some liquor, I don't think it's just going to make it come and allow us to put our hands on it.
No, but it might draw it out. The first step is getting it to show itself. That is the key.
Well, I feel we have that with this nest. I think
Yeah.
that's our best bet.
I mean, we have all of its candy and bottles and stuff in it, right? If it wants it back,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna have to come take it. And what
Okay.
of its friend? Its friend does not fly, correct?
We have never seen this friend.
We've never seen it.
Only
We haven't
ever heard it.
physically seen it yet. We've heard it. Does
Its
someone
friend
with
is the one that actually cut the trip line.
yes. Yeah, okay. Do we know what it is specifically? Did anyone do a
Yes.
pass of
It
knowledge
is
on that?
it is a Grig, I think we've been told by Bakken.
Right.
I think that's the right word.
Yep, that is the right word. And I guess if you guys want to throw some nature checks down to learn more about it. I think we've already gone over this, but we can touch on it again.
This is what kind of check?
It's a
Knowledge
half-
nature.
It's half grasshopper.
Yeah, the centaur grasshopper.
Okay. So it probably doesn't fly. Or it might fly.
Yeah,
hope it
Senia
doesn't
knows they in fact can fly. Probably not as well as Perlavash. More like flight in the sense of a grasshopper, except this one can control it a little more. They are known for carrying tiny little weapons and things, long bows that shoot twigs at you. Little bit of spell casting, usually things like invisibility, disguising spells, can cause nature to reach up and grab her opponents as per entangle, as Cal figured out a few weeks ago
Mm.
that the Grig does have an ability where they when they rub their hind legs together like a cricket would make cricket noises, they make violin noises, which can compel you to maybe not full on dance, but at least like shuffle your feet, which can cause you to become staggered.
Do we know about how large this creature is?
Probably
We know
about,
the other one is about cat sized.
probably about the same size as Perlavash. You guys also know that the Grigs tend a little more towards, like, not necessarily as chaotic a bent. They usually are more in keeping with nature. Will they play pranks? Certainly, but it's not as in their blood as it might be for a fairy dragon.
All right.
They
So
are usually very, much like a lot of the good aligned Fae, they're very eager to confront evil and vanquish it like the heroes of old, save for the fact that these guys are much smaller.
So this thing is compelled to fight evil.
They see themselves a lot bigger than they actually are.
So we kill Parlavash, and then we make an alliance with.
Cricket Man.
I'm sure that will go over well. We kill its friend and then try to befriend it ourselves.
I mean, it is the one that killed.
I
the
mean,
bandit.
yeah, kill the bandit though. Like that's.
Yeah, but it was done as a prank, not as a. Well, from what we understand from Ionia's hocus pocus tricks, it wasn't done because the bandit was. Well, there's no sign that it was done because the bandit was quote unquote evil. It was just they were messing with it because it stumbled into their woods and they killed it even if by accident.
Right, it didn't intend to kill it.
So I still think it's despite its, the fact that it likes to pretend it's a superhero and go fight evil, it's still dangerous. And if we go after its friend, it's probably not going to like us very much as well. I feel like if we're going to be hostile towards the fairy dragon, we're probably going to result in hostilities towards its friend at the same time. They
More
would
than
probably
likely.
defend each other. Yeah. So do we set
The
up
part
camp
of
here?
my animal companion played by my dog.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I hear some barking in the background. Should
Achilles
we
plays Parlavash and Ivan plays Doggo.
Good enough.
So should we set up a camp and
I
hide
feel
and
if
wait?
we set up a camp, it'd be a dead giveaway that we're here, wouldn't it?
True. I mean, like, sorry. I guess should we set up like a staging point to hide and wait?
I think it's already a dead giveaway that we're here. I don't think there's any hiding that we're here.
We did kind of pull its nest out of the tree. If it doesn't know we've done that, it could be floating above us right now.
And we did disturb the deadfall, so
That too.
Yeah, that probably wasn't quiet.
And it communes with the animals, right? So
Let me ask this: How long are we willing to wait for this creature? Because it is possible that it comes and sees that we're here, sees that we have its nest, and chooses to keep its distance rather than confront us. And given what we know of the creature, again from Bakken, it is cowardly. From what I understand, not likely to want a confrontation.
They are definitely smart enough to know that if we're not counting the horses, other guard dog, and mules, they are outnumbered 3-1.
Yeah, and plus it knows we're hostile. Like it's not like
you've
oh hey
already
buddy,
shot
old
at it.
friend. Yeah, we already established.
Cal kind of has threatened to chop it in half, at least once.
I think I'm probably the only one that it might not feel openly hostile to.
I've also threatened to take its horn off and jam it up its friend's thorax. I asked.
Well, you've
I asked around. I think it's
threatened them numerous times in many colorful ways.
Yeah. I mean, under the circumstances, I would be content either way, like moving on and just and if we come across it, we come across it. But
yeah, I just feel like
we like set up camp here, and then it comes by, and then it's either one of two things happens. Either there's more of them than us. Let's beat cheeks, or they attack us because they're like, oh, sweet, we got some traps over here, and they're just sitting here waiting for us to pretend to be were owls or whatever the heck they want to. And then
other thing is
they get the drop on us.
Yeah.
They do have home field advantage.
If we are gonna wait here for even just the night, we'll have to hide.
Yeah, I'm good either way though.
I have a question.
Okay.
Are were owls a thing?
Technically speaking, any both lycanthropy and the animal lord template can come from anything as the base animal, and stats for a were raptor, not dinosaur, but like hawk, exists. So technically, were owls could exist. Yeah.
But it was an owl bear. It was an owl bear, wasn't it?
Right.
Yeah.
Whatever it was.
Which is different than a were owl.
All right.
The other thing to take note of is that some of us have been less capable in discerning their illusions. It would be very easy for them to use that to their advantage.
I've shored up that weakness a little bit since the last level.
Someone is tired of all these illusions and took a
That's the point of this is the point of being in a team, is it not?
That is true. You know what? It's late-ish. Why don't we? If we start moving and start exploring, we're going to hit nightfall very quickly anyway. So let's. I think we should hide in waiting for at least the night. See if it returns tonight, and take an opportunity if it presents itself, and then move on in the morning if it doesn't.
I agree. I don't think it's I don't think it's worth wasting any more time than we would be spending camping anyway.
Sure.
Can't be wasting any more time than we are having this conversation.
So the night.
Well, from what I understand.
The night passes.
Yeah, from what I understand, it was pretty close tonight anyway.
Yeah. And nothing shows up, nothing appears. The woodland critters are still unnaturally friendly, but like.
You know what we could. This is a terrible thought, but I know one way we could probably lure it out.
I don't like where this is going, especially when it comes after something about the woodland creatures.
I mean, they're connected to these things. They have kind of a kinship with the wild animals of the forest.
Well, let me ask this.
We could start killing a bunch of squirrels and rabbits and see if they come out to protect.
That's exactly where his mind went.
So Tommy, when the dog started talking, I initially assumed it was because of the Fae, because you had mentioned before that was something I was aware that they would do, is make the animals more intelligent. Is the dog talking just like a regular thing?
No. The only when
All
you
dogs
say
talk.
the dogs, yeah, all dogs talk in this setting. Come on. I think what you're asking about is when I think Timberwolves was a great name, but watch over her for me. Do you mean that?
Yeah.
Okay, that was more of like in your mind's ear, the voice of ancestors talking to doggo kind of thing. No, your dog can probably understand bits and pieces of common, and next level you can, when it gets its ability score adjustment, you could raise its intelligence to 3 and then put a point in linguistics, so it truly could, like, it couldn't speak it, but it could understand common. Right now
okay.
Right now probably has like 2.75 intelligence. Like,
yeah, I thought the talking dog was a little strange, so
no.
Just wanted to clear that up, because my thought was, if the dog can talk, even if it's just to me, then we could have the dog talk to the woodland creatures and get more information, but sounds like that's off the table, so
right. It almost
I'm out of
wasn't.
ideas.
I was stuck between the advanced creature template and the Fey template. I took the advanced creature template because I wasn't super comfortable handing out a dog with a fly speed at level 3. But
I wouldn't be comfortable with that either, and likewise, I'm actually, like, on a player level, glad the dog can't talk, because that's a little strange without specifically casting like a commune with animal kind of thing.
Makes sense. So far as that line of thought goes, the dog cannot communicate with other dogs or other animals, but certainly something with the ability to cast those spells, or a wand, or even, like, to a very rudimentary degree, somebody with God, I can't think what it's called, wild empathy, would be able to get a little more. On that note, I have a forget, but we do have someone who took 1 ranger level, and okay, yeah, so Senia could. Senia can influence the dogs and the horses by using diplomacy.
Oh yeah, she can diplomacy on animals.
Because 1 level of ranger gives her wild empathy.
Yeah. Do you have any diplomacy points? It's not trained, but it's.
She's a barbarian. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want me using diplomacy.
In any case, the 3rd of Lamashtin dawns. Nothing jumps out at you.
Do I still have the nest in my hands?
If you want to.
Oh, and she has a 7 charisma too, so like she's not gonna have a whole lot of.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
no.
don't want me. You don't want me doing.
So you're
You will
saying there's a
enrage the
chance.
animals.
Yeah.
The entire force hates us now.
So I'll go ahead and get my old text tool here, and I'll put what do I want to call this? I'll call it Fey Nest.
Fey nest.
What about bait? What if we have all of us hang back? Cal picks up the nest and kind of walks out into the forest with it, and like starts like crunching it and like, breaking it and seeing if he can like make a ruckus.
You are
And,
just
see
spoiling for a fight with some dragon things.
But make it seem like he's the only one out there causing this ruckus. Bait.
I mean, but the problem is they fly. So as soon as they realized, well, yeah, I mean, we would get like a shot off.
That's what I'm saying. I think the best bet is to get them mad enough of us that they want to fight us.
Yeah. If they don't want to fight us, they're not going to fight us, and we'll never catch them.
Exactly.
They need
So,
to act.
so which one of you boys wants to piss on this for me?
Why don't we just
Burn it. I say we should set it on fire.
No, I don't want to set.
No,
something on
they
fire
can't
in the
see it.
forest.
Don't you know how to do vandalism? Of course you don't.
They'll see the charred husk of what they're.
I mean,
It's
they
a
also might just find it
nest.
funny because they're pranksters.
No, that is a valid point. But I mean, in my childhood, if someone played a prank on me, I want to
Respond.
fire back.
Yeah, that's true. They won't let a prank on made on them
go
go
unanswered.
I mean, then you can do what you want, but
So
I'm not volunteering for any of what you're suggesting. But what I am saying is that you sully that nest however you
It's
see
early.
fit.
It's early in the morning. You have to pee anyway. Just do it on the nest.
And then, like, I feel like the only time we're ever going to have a real opportunity to do anything about the dragon is the next time it tries to mess with
Yeah.
and then we just take a shot at it and don't have any hesitation about it.
Yeah, no warning shots. It looks like Ksenia.
That's fine.
Yeah.
All right. So here's what Cal's gonna do. Cal's going to walk up to the tree that she found the nest, and she's gonna carve reclaimers in the trunk of the tree.
Okay.
Reclaimers were here. Parlavash is a loser.
Parlavash sucks. And then she's gonna draw a crude approximation of what she thinks a dragon looks like.
Okay.
And then put a big X
Haven't you
through it.
seen Parlavash before?
Yeah. But I mean
You just
it's
can't
not,
draw with a knife.
Yeah. And then she's gonna put a big cross through it, and then she's gonna sit back and kind of look over her work. Huh? What do you think? Would this piss you off?
I mean,
I just shrug.
it would probably warrant a response if nothing else. So
You sure you don't want to piss on it?
I really want to move on to the next.
I think we should just. I think we should just
Fine.
break it and leave it in a pile under your artwork as an additional.
Oh, I already
font.
did that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's in a big pile right here.
Oh, it's in a big pile all broken up.
Yeah.
And did you take all the candy and everything out of it so that like we
No.
basically robbed-
You leave the candy
robbed
in,
them
so
too?
they know what happened. It's disrespectful.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
And to
Cool.
the next hex
Well.
we go.
Well,
We're a
thank
bunch
goodness. Thank Abadar.
this is over.
And because that one's gonna go. That one doesn't get anything special. I was tempted. But you guys make your way on. It takes you to cross that hex entirely. Takes you about 6 hours to wind around that river. And if you guys would like to do an explore, perception and or survival. So the farther you get away from the Fey nest, the more and more wild the animals become. Occasionally you stumble upon like a game trail. As you cross around this stretch of the river here, it's very wide, it's very deep. You don't find any real means of crossing it. And certainly it's much bigger than, you couldn't just hack a tree and push. You would need boats or a bridge, or you could try to swim it, but the waters are pretty treacherous looking. Other than that, you don't really see a whole heck of a lot of much here. As another day passes and this hex is cleared. As I will jump back over here and I will boop, boop. So then I believe the next one is over here.
Yeah.
Alrighty, if you guys could give me... you don't need to make perception checks. This one's pretty easy. As you guys move a little farther forward, all of you begin to smell the smell of, like, rotten eggs.
Hot spring.
Ugh. Cal, did you forget to bathe again?
What are you talking about? I always bathe.
I kind of raise my arms and smell my armpit.
You guys might not smell the best, but no one smells like sulfur.
Oh.
The only other person in the party with a grooming kit.
Actually, I think I have one of those as well.
Yeah.
So, do we see any sign of where this smell is coming from?
You could certainly track it by scent. The dogs are probably uncomfortable because it's real pungent.
Pleasant. That sounds like a pleasant idea. I'll let you guys go ahead and do that. I'll be not going anywhere near that stank.
Yeah, the dog could certainly find it.
We're not going toward it, are we?
Yeah, man. Could be a hot spring, man.
We're-
You guys, just because something
And-
smells like sulfur doesn't mean it's bad.
And our whole thing is exploration, right?
Yeah, I guess we have an obligation.
You scared of sulfur. What's wrong with you people?
I just don't like this. I just don't want to be like anywhere near that stank.
No, I get that.
Okay, so
I hope the smell stains your clothes and you smell like rotten eggs for days.
I hope it doesn't, because then it stains all of our clothes and we all smell like rotten eggs for days.
okay, so
Maybe whatever is causing the smell, I might accidentally push someone into it.
you guys, as you head your-
Lava.
yeah, as you guys head that direction towards the lava, it dawns on, I'll say, Kalira and Artoris, when those traders came through, there was some talk about a river known literally as the Skunk River. This is probably why, and you guys do eventually come within sight of, at the source of the river, a pair of hot springs.
See? You big pansies. Kalira begins stripping her clothes off.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
then-
not even
So
take a look around.
what I'm
Nope.
hearing.
Cutting right to the chip.
Okay.
Yeah, how long it's been she's had a hot bath, man? Let's get it.
So there's going to be a surprise round.
Oh,
I'm sure.
I love that Cal's getting naked.
Dude, I get bonus AC for surprise rounds. It's awesome.
So Cal moves up. As that happens, this board is kind of wibbly wobbly, but I'll capture it anyway. God. Rising, indeed, truly, from the waters of the hot springs, you see the eyes first. And then the rest of them come up as Cal is just... I guess, could Cal make a perception check? That would be
Sure.
a thing. Would be good to do.
Pointiest ears in the south.
Pointiest ears in the south. So I'm gonna... I think I know what I add. You definitely see one of them, but not the other two. Is a trio of frogs the size of... about the size of you come out of the water. I will...
oh shit.
I'll say the water is... that's about the water line there, shall we say. So there's going to be a quick surprise round. If Cal could roll initiative for me,
Sure.
as I quickly clear out the kobold encounter.
Oh, wow.
Wow,
You're on
fast.
fire.
Mm.
Not the worst I've seen. And Ad's turn, and Kalira, bereft of gear, goes charging in, ever bravest, and I had a +1. So I have a 16 and a 10 and a 10. Okay, yeah, you're first. This is a surprise round. You see one of them. You have
Well, I was able to get all my armor off.
yeah. I heard
Oh.
Cal strips and runs.
You stripped everything and ran into the water, and as soon
I
as
mean,
you
it
hit
takes
the
a
water,
while
you
to
see
take
the
your
frogs.
armor off. How long does it take to take your armor off?
About a minute, I think.
Okay, then 60 seconds pass and the running happens. I assume.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's when you run into the water after stripping that they pop out.
I see.
Yeah, it's right when you get to the water line. And so you have a move action or a standard action, but not both in a surprise round.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Go back to your armor.
Yeah.
No, it takes a whole minute to get it on. Ain't no point now.
Well, all right.
You have weapons?
Just gonna start punching frogs.
I mean, to be clear, you are completely naked, right?
That's how I interpreted this.
Okay.
Alright. Yeah, so I guess I don't have any weapons, so yeah, I'll run back to get my sword.
Okay, sounds good.
He's like, oh shit, turn around.
Frogos, how fast are frogos? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Your move speed right now is 40. 5, 10, 15,
I'm
20,
fast.
30, 35, 40. Just a moment, Kato. And
Oh, sorry, I just
5,
meant to-
10, 15, 25, 30.
I meant to open my... My health is wrong.
Okay, if I could get initiative from everybody else. Ionia should have control of the token that looks like
Hold
dog.
on. I need to move him up to open my token. I'll move him back.
Cool.
Oh, and that gets something added to it, right? I
Oh,
don't
I
think I've
believe so.
added that.
Do you have a thing that adds a thing?
Yeah,
Oh no, I might
Is-
have added it. I might
wisdom
have
thing.
added it.
Yeah, we did it last time.
Yeah. Okay, it's fine.
Is this the dog?
Yeah.
Okay, I made a token for him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll use yours instead.
That's a fluffy boy.
Yeah, I've been telling you he's fluffy.
Okay, so we got 23 and 8 and 17 and Ionia's initiative.
Oh, give me one sec. I always do this the wrong way where it doesn't actually put it on the tracker or something.
It's all good.
Trying to make sure I do it right.
And so you did. So there should be 2 of you now. Oh, I guess not. Okay, cool. And we'll set to descending, and Kalira sprinting naked as the day she was born, pursued by frogs about as big as she is. You are first
I have
up.
my sword.
Quite a sight. Seeing her run back.
I guess I'm going to say your sword is in the square you are presently in. And so too is your armor and your gear and all that stuff.
Okay. So draw my sword, rush at the frog and try to kill it.
Okay, fair enough.
That's my plan in order. Rage.
Okay.
All that.
Picking up your sword is a standard.
Since Kalira and everyone in the party now has a base attack bonus greater than 1, you can draw a weapon as part of a
I could
move
draw
action.
a part of my attack. Yeah.
So, like, Kalira can, like, go a charging and swing in. And so she does for 14, which hits for... that frog is not happy. It's still standing, but you run up and, like, bring your sword across it.
Man, I forgot to put my rage buff thing on there.
Oh, so you're telling me you did more damage?
Yeah.
Okay. If you'd like to flavor it.
So Clear, naked as the day she was born, runs up and kind of just does like a home run swing with the sword, and like just slits right up from underneath the chin of the frog right up through its head, splits its head in half.
And down it goes. And Kato.
All right. Sorry. So at the start of my turn, as a swift action, I will adopt crane style as a swift. And then, let's see, 5, 10, 15. I have a speed of 30 only. Grr. I will do a just a move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll move up to this point here and enter total defense.
Okie dokie. And it's Artosaurus. Who may or may not. There
Let's
it is.
go. No, I'm here. I'm here.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and. Looking at my spells. When I know I'm probably just gonna end up using haste.
It's really good. I'm not
It
sure
is
how
so
it will scale as we level.
Yeah.
Right now, that's golden. Give your barbarian 2 attacks at level 1.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and use haste on.
Oh, who?
Tara's character, Senya.
Ah, fair enough. Alrighty, and so it was. And
Did I say that wrong?
did
I cut
out? You cut out.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And who's next? This one here. Just gonna do a quick whoop whoop. Okay, so I need to 5-foot step first. Ribbit. And as it ribbits forward, I draw on the board, and I didn't mean to do that. As it ribbits forward, it extends its mouth, and its tongue comes firing out at Kato. This is it's a melee attack. If you would like to try to parry it.
I cannot. I'm in total defense right now.
Oh, fair enough. Okay. So this
But you are going against a hell of an AC, so good luck.
This targets your touch. 15.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Does a 15 hit your touch, though?
Nope.
Well, fair enough. Dodging out of the way goes you, and
It would have if I didn't have total defense active, but that's a dodge bonus, which works on touch, correct?
Yep, you got it.
Yep.
And Ionia is on.
Oops, that was muted.
Go read the mind of one of those frogs and see if it has any family secret.
How many polywogs are in that water right there?
I think Cal just killed its closest kin.
Yeah. So I want to
Oh, wow.
just quickly...
And it catches it with its tongue and snaps the bolt.
Okay, I just wanted to quickly double check Doggo's sheet. Yeah, that's does not confirm, but definitely connects, and definitely does 2 points of piercing damage.
So do I just roll a flat d20 or do I roll the crossbow again?
Looks like the confirmation roll was just a 7.
Oh, it automatically rolls. Okay,
Right,
I see.
And it
I need to
failed.
5th edition.
indeed. Which is why you asked me about whether or not the dog's natural armor and the padded armor are 2 separate entities. I get that now. Because in 5e...
Which is why I asked what? You cut out.
Why you asked me if the natural armor of Doggo and the padded armor of Doggo were...
Oh,
Yeah, because
Right,
I think in 5e they don't stack, but here they do.
correct.
And the animal companions get a natural armor increase as they level as well. So it's
Oh, cool.
a
So
base
that one's
2
on.
from a wolfhound plus 2 from the template plus 2 from advancement. Should be like a 20 or 21 AC.
Yeah, it's 20 right now.
Fair enough.
Frog is still up.
Yep.
Let's see. Remind me where on the sheet speed is.
The dog has a speed of 40.
Oh, okay. So he should easily be able to make it over there. Yeah.
So as you go running up, it provokes from the Froggo. I don't have combat reflexes. So this will target the dog's touch, but an 8 does not hit your touch. So it tries to, as the dog goes barreling in, it tries to grab it and pull it in, but the dog is able to dodge out of the way.
He's actually going to go a little further right here, not block off Kato.
Sure. And a 15 hits and 10 points of damage. Got it. The frog is still standing, but dog runs up and bites down on it, and an awkward, I won't say test of wills, but when one thing tries to eat the other thing and then the other thing bites down on the thing that tries to do the eating, well, you understand. Big dog, a frog that's about standing on its hind legs to be about 6 feet tall, wrestling in the dirt.
I'm sorry, you cut out how many feet?
About 6 feet tall.
Whew!
Yes, they're big frogs. Big frogs.
Froggo versus Doggo.
Froggo versus Doggo. Hop, hop, hop. And is that 15 feet? That's 20 feet. Hop! For a total move of 20 feet. And we're going to try to do the same thing to Kalira. 21 over Kalira's touch.
Yeah, which is 10 right now. So
Gotcha. Got him. So then I just want to double check a couple of mechanics. Do the blah. Frog's tongue deals, it does no damage, but as the tongue hits you, it sticks and starts to wrap around your midsection. And where I played too much second edition. I forget where my CMB is on the sheet.
this is getting a little hentai, but that's fine.
It's not a tentacle. Nerd.
Come on.
Does a 15 over Kalira's CMD.
Yeah. CMD is 21.
Fair enough. So you kind of just flex a little bit, and the tongue falls off. And a hasted Senia is next.
Do I have enough to shoot at this frog right here?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna use my composite longbow to shoot at it.
Okay. And since you're hasted, you get an extra shot.
So I get 2 shots.
Yep.
Pew and pew.
Pew and
So that's
pew.
1 pew.
Pew indeed.
And that's my second pew.
Okay, if you'd like to flavor it.
I feeling hasted from Abadar's blessing, I draw my longbow and in 2 quick successive shots release 2 arrows at the froggo that was threatening Kalira there, and it goes down.
This is the most wholesome group, froggos and doggos and all this other adorableness. And Kalira.
Finish the
Okay.
frog.
Yeah. So it's just the one left there. So
This came so close to just drowning someone who got a little overzealous, but nope, not even.
yeah. Kalir just walks over and yeah, she's gonna hack at that frog.
Alrighty, I have used my attack of opportunity for the round, so I don't get a chance to grab you.
Nah.
Ha!
I think you just made a frog.
So
A
giant frog has 15 hit points. You've done 38 slashing damage. That's a number.
and
Frog explodes.
it was already wounded too, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
got 12 out of 15 on it right now.
It's like a Fallout 3 VATS kill. Bloody mess perk.
Yeah, pretty much. Bits of tongue and eyeball and all the spell components for all the witches everywhere go flying all over the place. And that's the combat. The hot
Well, it
springs
looks
await.
Well, it looks like I need a bath more than ever. All right. Well, who's joining me? And she continues back onto the to the pool.
Is this the water?
Yeah, that's the water line.
If nothing happened at all.
Did you intentionally make it look like lava?
No, but we'll take it. Good. Proud of me.
Did you mention which components? So maybe we should harvest the frog.
I don't mean anything necessarily mechanically.
Okay.
I have a lot of friends with the witchy aesthetic, and they watch this, and now they know.
I'm gonna
mute
just
all that.
stay back and see if she gets attacked by anything else.
More. Yeah, there could be a whole den of them in there.
A den of frogs.
You heard it.
Okay.
All right.
I guess let me get a perception check from Kalira. And also, how big are giant tadpoles?
Mm-hmm.
That's the question we ask ourselves. The water, like, obviously it's a natural hot spring. It's gonna smell kind of stinky, but the water is relaxing, especially because you're not at a point yet where you guys need to worry about it being super cold out, but it isn't warm anymore. The water is nice.
Kato, I'll push someone into the stink. Kalira, don't bother. I'll just go in.
And there are oh man. I don't have stats for giant tadpoles, but that's what's here.
That's cool. I mean,
they come up and examine you.
Me
But
this
they probably,
time.
they probably can't hurt you. They're probably about as big as I want to say about as big as a house cat. They're probably tiny. Yeah.
It's like a koi fish.
Yeah, you've jumped into someone's koi pond, and now you've cost them so much money. I don't remember that quote from
The
The
pH
Office.
balance is all fucked up.
Senya had said something about harvesting the frogs. Is there anything we can get from that?
You can certainly get meat from them.
Hey, I guess we're eating frog legs tonight.
These frogs probably weigh about as much as the barbarians do. You could eat frog for a while if you wanted to.
They don't appear to be toxic or anything of that nature.
Nature checks.
Let's use clear and find out.
I mean, if you cook them up and prepare them for me, I might eat them. Sure.
Yeah, these guys aren't toxic. They're yeah, that's about right, Del. Your touch should be about on par because you're just. My friends call this kind of build the spaghetti boy, and that's what you are. Spaghetti boy!
All I lose is my armor AC, but everything else is...
Yeah, your flat-footed should be pretty bad, but your touch is...
Yeah, flat-footed
Almost.
is disastrous,
Mhm.
which is why I picked up combat reflexes as soon as possible so that I can at least opportune parry when flat-footed if needed. Yeah.
Sure. Okay, so yeah, if these guys were any kind of toxic, the dog would be showing effects from biting them. Those kind of frogs usually live much, much, much farther south than this part of the world. The meat is certainly good for harvesting and eating. The hot springs are hot.
Oh yeah.
So there was no venom. These frogs weren't venomous then.
No, they you guys can see.
Frogs typically aren't venomous.
I know, but do you know?
You're talking about poison skin, I think is what he
Yeah.
meant.
Yeah.
These guys do have
Well, venom is like a bite.
razor sharp teeth inside their mouths. They, like I said, they're about 6 feet long, weigh probably about 200 pounds, but they're not venomous. Just grab you with tongue, pull you in, crush you, maybe by proxy drown you. Not trying to drown you, but like, there it is. They also could probably swallow, and the horses are probably too big, but you guys aren't. They could just like, and into the tummy you go.
Gross.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're dead now. I'll do my best to. Actually, I'll ask Senya to help me chop off a couple of the legs. Give a leg to each of the dogs to chew on.
Fair enough.
Nom, 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 nom.
Okie dokie. I'll put us back on the
Alrighty.
map of the Greenbelt, but basically how you advance here is up to you. I'll mark this location. It's not necessarily like plot relevant, but
None of you Philistines are taking a bath. What is wrong with you?
Nah, I'm not. My bathwater is sanitary. Usually
Dude, there's nothing more sanitary than a natural hot spring, sir.
Usually with bath salts and some form of filtration system.
I don't think they have those.
prestidigitation, I'm telling you.
Indoor plumbing, man.
Purify food and drink.
Prestidigitation can only do like a 5-foot cube or something like that. Certainly not a river.
Several castings over time.
That's
A bunch of people just stationed along the river.
Every
I
5
guess
foot,
we
you
are
got
at the force, though.
a wizard just casting cantrips into your water.
cantrips all day.
Just pew, pew, pew. Okay.
All right.
There doesn't seem to be anything else here as you guys look around. This is just the start of the Skunk River and a set of hot springs.
So I'm thinking for some of these random encounters, you might have to put more. You might just have to amp up the number of enemies we run into.
I did. That was supposed to be one.
Oh.
Oof.
It's just
One
Cal hit really hard and went really fast. So
And Ionia,
No,
not
one-shot
Ionia, Xenia, double tap, one shot one with a bow.
mhm.
Barbarians one-shot things. That's what we do.
You guys have a very good party to be set up for the whole game, basically. Because like by the time you can no longer rely on the barbarian to walk up and like it's dead now, Ionia and Artoris will have enough magic to control the battlefield, and Kato is his own wall.
Someday.
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 In the meantime, with these relaxed muscles, I feel like I should get like some mods on some things. I don't know. How you
That's
feel about that, DM?
I will say probably just you because no one else bathes in the water, but you could probably go a little longer tomorrow before getting fatigued.
Oh, I feel like I could walk all day. This is. You guys really should have got in there. There's these. There were these. There was these like lizard fish things in there. I don't know what they are, but they had 2 legs. What sort of fish have 2 legs?
you want to take this one, Sen?
They're tadpoles. They're not fish.
What?
They're the spawn of the dead frogs we just killed.
Wait. Are you telling me frogs are fish when they're babies? That's amazing.
Oh, Cal.
We're all learning new things today.
I mean, I know I didn't actually kill anything, but I feel like I did a pretty good job there. Just saying. I've done worse.
You have done worse.
All I did was dodge a tongue, but it felt good.
Feel good dodging that tongue?
Yeah.
So, just the springs in this tile?
Yep, there are hot springs here, which are like, certainly those are their own, shall we say, reward. They are...
May come in handy in the winter. We might...
Yeah, we could definitely make use
set
of
up
these
something
things.
here. Yeah,
Yeah.
We'll build a village around these springs.
Build a village
even
around the
though
springs.
It smells like hot.
It smells like a hot spring.
Yeah.
Set up a
you could
vacation spot.
Yeah, I've
You
been to
can-
Colorado. I've swam in many a hot spring, and they're
Yeah,
very nice.
you get used to the sulfur smell after a while. It's fun.
You do. I'm going to take a nice hot bath after this. In any case,
Cool. Moving on then.
moving on. If you guys could
Da,
make a
da, da.
perception check. Ba-ba-da-da. Well done. Hockey docky.
Oh yeah.
We need to get-
Whoa! What?
We need to get some baboons to bathe in the hot spring. That's how you really get tourists to come.
Yeah.
Wow, we are very perceptive today.
It's okay. This one's not super hard to find. I was hoping maybe there'd be a little more flavor text for it, but it's okay. It doesn't need flavor text. Flavor text is dumb. We're just here to kill things and get experience and move on. So as you guys make your way through the forest, eventually the forest opens up to a clearing. It's the border has been defined by what are very clearly ruined stone pillars. The western face of this clearing is dominated by a really big looming ridge of rock, which probably is about 300 feet across. This side of it, there's a boulder that sits on top of the ridge, which has been carved in the likeness of an immense elk. It's the antlers of it. The elk is like posed to be drinking water, and the antlers come down to frame a cave. In front of it, the pool is a little algae covered, but a pool there is. There are some broken but well-made stone steps, and also a map, which I will move you to. Oh boy.
It was made out of stone, you said?
Yeah.
Does anyone have knowledge religion?
I mean, come on.
I mean, I think
that's
it's-
insulting at this point.
Weirdly though, it's not because it's based on INT
Intelligent?
modifier. So
Right.
Mhm.
I also have history.
Sure.
Okay.
I feel
History works, religion works. And
Yeah,
this map has been set up since...
Can I roll both?
Yeah, sure.
This
Sold
map is
yourself
black
short.
to me.
It won't be in just a sec. I set this map up before
Okay.
session 1. So
And you know what,
I gotta go back
I'll
and
use-
plug in our...
I'll use my tireless logic to re-roll my history.
Okay. Sounds
There
good.
we go.
And you know, Asker, you always have a +1 to every check you do.
right, yeah, guidance. Yeah,
Gotta know.
And technically,
keep reminding me though.
I will.
anybody who consents also has it as well, as long as he's like willing to cast it. Ah, who is this?
Unless I want to withhold it from someone.
I play cleric in my other games. So
Oh, okay.
I'm a quick on the draw when it comes to guide.
Mm-hmm. Same.
The
Okay.
only trick is you have to touch them, so you have to be like
Right.
This.
It's a little personal.
So is his relationship with what you call it, Abadar.
What you call
Well
it?
said, man.
Yeah.
You do
His
play
relationship
cleric.
with- oh, what you call it? Okay.
I wanted to say Abadabadabadar, but I didn't.
Not
I tried to
Relationship
resist.
with Yabba Dabba
Strange.
Doo. Okay.
That's
you
what I've
guys
been
should
calling him.
Everybody should have sight now. This is very clearly to the religions and the histories an ancient temple of Erastil.
Rastal.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah, I think this is the place that our Jad Kafkan was looking for.
Should we run back
Perhaps.
and get him?
no.
Well, talking about Esker's gonna go in there and destroy all the idols.
Yeah, we have to watch him.
Abadar actually has a pretty good relationship with a lot of the other deities.
Yeah.
Not really a go in and destroy their temples kind of guy.
Maybe I am though.
Short of them being
It's
like
true.
demon lords or something. Abadar and Erastil have. There are a couple things they disagree on, but like they don't dislike each other.
Now Gorham, that's everybody's friend. So,
All right,
What?
so do we want to look
So,
around?
yeah, let's do
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
Gander
Cal's
here.
gonna take a look around.
Okay.
He's gonna go up them steps.
Yeah, same.
Should
We'll go
be
right
that
for the steps.
everybody
Yeah.
should be able to control their tokens. I'm about 90% sure.
I
I
maybe
can't
have to
move
zoom
mine.
out a little bit.
I'm going to wander around spamming this.
Oh, there I am.
Okay.
spamming what? Oh, got it. See, I hate how it's like delayed for us when people roll things.
Yeah. You don't really get a lot of much. This place has been disused for a really, really, really long time.
What's this pool?
The pool is obviously probably some kind of sacred something or other.
Something
Now
like
it's
that.
just covered
Okay.
in algae and gross. And as Kalira starts making Kalira's way up the stairs, you guys all hear the sound of a bear growling.
Ooh, an owl bear?
No, that would sound more
No,
like
that's
like
a
an
hoot.
angry rage hoot. But
Just a regular
Do
bear.
I see said bear?
it's somewhere in this cave coming this way. You guys have enough time to, if you don't want to be here when the bear is here, you could get away. But it's like
I'll
it's
bring-
waking up and lumbering forward.
There's like gonna turn around and be like, I think I figured out why they have bear traps.
Mm.
We don't have winter gear for our animals, and winter is coming. A bear pelt would, I'm sure, help with that.
You want me to go in there and kill a bear?
Yep.
Wow. Since when? Someone switched to the dark side real quick.
And if we
There's-
can roll for initiative, yeah, we'll do new initiatives. And bam.
There's a big difference between killing an animal for our own survival versus killing a sentient creature just because we don't like it.
Well,
Yeah.
see, that's funny because
I mean,
Cal
that's
feels the
debatable.
opposite.
How loud was the bear noise? Did
Well,
I
I
have
called-
heard
I
that
called-
from back here?
Yeah, everybody.
I
heard
yelled.
it.
I yelled out too, so you should be made aware.
I kind of want to just continue to hang out in this pool, but all right.
Waiting
Made
for some,
awares of the bears.
waiting for something.
Like
something spiritual
I
to
did
hit you.
not. Yeah, like I didn't go over. I'm definitely starting way. All right, good. And I'm freaking asleep apparently. Yeah. Which is kind of what I was
Starting to sound like
imagining.
me.
Like, is that I was kind of hung up on.
On temple stuff.
Yeah. Apparently, so is the bear.
Bear is just browsing. That kind of make.
We got everybody. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Who are we missing? We're missing Cal Era. Who
You guys didn't
has-
give your tokens names.
And 10. And we'll do Skending. And Kato is first. Seems to be a popular theme.
Kato was first. Well,
Del, I think
mean,
it only shows your name.
Yeah, you only
Yeah.
can see yours.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Kato
Nice
was
You
try,
smug
though.
about something else.
I
there.
know, right?
All right. Oh, there's the bear. Okay. I'm going to be sneaky.
Are you?
Just kidding. 5, 10, 15.
The bear is huge.
Take that cloak off.
In case you didn't catch it, Tommy, I pulled out my symbol of Abadar up from my belt and said a little prayer to, grant me protection in this coming confrontation with the bear.
Sure. And shield was cast.
So, as part of my move action, I will draw my weapon.
Okay.
As a swift action, I will activate Crane Style, and as my standard action, I will total defense.
Alrighty. Ionia.
Oh.
Yeah, you're fast today.
Quick on the draw.
I did not realize. I will hold my action until I see the bear.
Alrighty. Sadia.
Do I see the bear from there?
You should be able to, I feel like. Maybe. Can
You see on your map?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see it.
Oh, I didn't realize we could see the bear. The
Would you like to go right now?
initiative tracker was over it. No, I will hold my turn until somebody else does something.
Until the bear moves forward.
Am I able to shoot at it?
Yeah, should be this won't be super accurate, but yeah, it's definitely in range.
Okay, I'll shoot at it.
Okay, yeah, a 17 hits. The arrow lodges in the bear. And everybody notices as this happens, the bear stands up on its hind legs to do that very stereotypical Skyrim bear. Right? And its fur from, like, if it was a human, where its chest is, the fur is discolored, as if Erastil's holy symbol, the bow, was just, like, there. Sits back down.
Whoa.
Oh.
And Kalira.
It's a damn holy bear.
It's holy.
Holy bear.
Is Priest Guy gonna be pissed if we kill this thing?
Yeah.
Abort.
Or it could be a witch
Run
count.
away.
Could be witch.
I mean, it could be what?
I think the technical word is druid.
Right.
Oh.
It's a woods witch.
Yeah.
That's what Cal would call it. A woods witch.
I mean, this is sort of the kind of thing, like Erastil has that nature side.
Well, I mean, if it's a druid, they can make themselves normal and we'll stop shooting, right?
Why would it
I
be
mean, we
sleeping?
haven't really said anything to.
You just shot
It's
it,
a
shot
bear.
it. We kind of walked into its lair, woke it up, and shot an arrow at it. We are.
Should be
Fine.
maybe
In
like
our defense,
slow it
from our
down.
perspective, it's a bear.
Yeah, from that perspective.
yeah,
it was
but now
just-
we know it's not just a bear. So I mean, it has a symbol on it, so it's at the very least a holy creature.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Who knows? We don't know anything. We're speculating.
Oh, Kato.
All right, so yeah, Cal. Well, I mean, Cal's following orders. She was told to kill it, so she's going to.
She's going to check the board.
All right, so she's gonna run up to around about here, and she's gonna chuck a javelin at it.
Okay, sounds
It's
good.
30 feet, right?
Should be, yeah.
Oh,
it's
I
close
might
enough.
have to drop down a little bit. Drop down to the floor here.
Yeah.
She's never actually seen a bear. She's seen plenty of bear pelts, never actually seen one. She's a little awestruck. This is a pretty impressive creature. Wonder why it has that weird marking on it.
Why has that got a weird marking on it? Throws javelin. Yeah, that definitely hits. Sticks in, the bear roars out in rage. And
It's in her
Arcturus.
turn. Go ahead on, priest.
I didn't mean to do that. What did I just do?
What did you do? You didn't do anything.
I drew a line. I didn't mean to.
Oh, you gotta click the arrow.
There we go. Anyway, I'm going to, let's see, what's my move?
I guess you wouldn't have seen the symbol back from all the way back there when it. Bummer, because you would have been probably the best to identify it.
Well, Ionia definitely saw it, and she can
That's
definitely.
Well, and I actually haven't taken my turn yet. I could jump in front of you and try to recognize.
Senya
What's up?
would also clearly recognize the holy symbol of her deity.
I guess I'll just start. Each of these tiles is how many?
5 feet.
All right, so I guess I'll start over. And that's gonna. Well, wait. Hold on, I think I can do something.
Okay.
Looking at the spell book.
Mhm.
I think it's a holy book for him.
Doesn't even have the book.
Say-
Just remembering his prayers.
Right.
I will. If I use Bless from here, I think I'd catch Ionia, the doggo, and Senya, right?
Yeah, I think that's about right.
All right, I'll go ahead and shoot off a Bless.
Alrighty. The bear would like to go. Does Ionia want to interrupt that?
I'll go after the bear, if that's all right.
That sounds good. Passes to the bear. The bear is going to charge at Kalira. It comes grumbling and roaring and raging and charging, and its claw comes a swiping. +9 for an 18 to hit Kalira.
Say that. I'm sorry. Yeah, I have a 16, so that hits.
Alrighty, so then I have, what is MacLeod's? That, boom, bam, nope, bam, boom, for 7 points of slashing damage, followed by a 30 over your CMD.
My CMD is 20 something.
So the bear comes charging up, and the claw comes down across Kalira's, like, shoulder to hip, and the bear is able to establish a hold. And you are grabbed. Next is Ionia.
Grappled. I'm grappled. Is that right?
Yeah, you're grappled.
How far away is this? 60. I'm gonna discern next of kin on the bear.
Okay, sure.
It's a bear.
You see an
Bear
image
bear.
of baby bear who sleeps on a bed made of straw.
Well, if it's a druid, maybe it has non-bear relatives, and then we'll know.
It does fail the save. I do consult the Stolen Land PDF I am using to GM this. Okay. So the next of kin of this bear, let me see exactly. Learn the names and locations of the target's living relatives. If this only works on living relatives, I'm doing more reading. The bear's great-great-granddaughter lives somewhere in Galt. The great-great-granddaughter is the closest living relative that picks up, which obviously is immediately telling for Ionia.
What is
I'll
immediately
say to-
telling, sir?
That this should
Gotta
pick up
keep
the
going.
next one down the line. The next one down the line still living is great-great-granddaughter.
In Galt.
Yes.
Does this tell me anything about like race or anything. I think that was the other one that I chose not to take.
Yeah, you just her name is she definitely has one. I don't want to just say Jill. Well, I don't have.
But
any...
it doesn't sound like the kind of name a bear would have. It sounds like the kind of name a person would have.
Yeah, it sounds like a human woman name.
Okay. I'll say to the party, stop. I believe this is a holy person of the deity Aristil. And I'm going to put my weapon away and stand down.
Okie dokie, Kiedo.
Well, considering it's, I mean, it kind of has Cal in its clutches.
Oh.
And
Cal threw a javelin at it.
It did, but I'm
On your command, might I add.
Yeah. You were the one like, let's go kill it for its pelt. This is all your fault.
But that was before I knew.
I know. We all have to make decisions in the moment. We can't judge
We
each
could
other.
spend
for those
one
decisions.
round trying to make peace, and then
Or it could.
You could all hold your action until after the bear and see if it remains
It's easy
hostile.
for you, isn't it?
And
you
then
have so much health.
and then it tears Cal's throat out with like a critical. And now next thing, no, I'm not gonna.
Any idea how much health he has? And I
No.
can stabilize from range.
I'm making a 5-foot step in,
Okay.
and I'm going to hit it with everything I have.
Oh, come on.
Let me find my correct attack
I
here.
mean, if it's a druid, I mean, it won't kill it, right? Isn't that how druids work? They just turn back to their normal form when you mess up their bear form.
If you were to like dispel it, yeah.
Oh, they just don't naturally turn back?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, when a shapeshifter dies or someone under the effect of a polymorph spell dies, they'll go back to their native form, but like will still be dead.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
All right.
What about if knocked unconscious?
I think that works the same way. I'm pretty sure.
Oof, I'm gonna use my hero point to reroll that.
Okay.
Can I use my hero point to prevent him from rerolling that?
I've never
I'll
heard
take-
that one before. That's new.
I'm serious.
Counter.
It's a serious question.
You can't know.
How dirty would that be?
A 20 definitely confirms 19 slashing damage happens. The bear is unhappy as the dueling sword runs along the side of it. Anything else from Kato?
No, it survived, huh?
It did.
It took taking an arrow, a javelin, and a 19. Wow, this thing is chunky.
It's a beefy boy.
All right, no, I just carved down with all my might, and that's all I got.
All right, Senia.
Oh man. Oh boy. On the one hand, like I recognize the symbol of Rastal and I believe what Ionia is saying, like this is likely not a for all intents and purposes would not have been a hostile situation if we didn't attack first. On the other hand, he's got one of our party members in its grips. I'm going to put away my longbow and take out my rancer and move towards it.
Okie dokie.
Disarm claw.
I don't think I can disarm claws. I can't disarm.
You can't disarm natural attacks now.
And I guess I'll do a power attack.
Okay. Well, that's a thing. An 11 does not quite confirm, but 15 damage is still 15 damage. You lean in and stab, and as you do so, you see the holy symbol of Erastil kind of glows a little bit, and the bear roars out. Still standing, but starting to sway a little bit. It passes to Kalira.
All right. So grapple just means I can't move. I have no movement speed.
There's a lot of things going on when you get grappled. I will grab the good old-fashioned table here. A grappled creature, that's you, is restrained by a creature, trap, or effect. Grappled creatures cannot move and take a -4 penalty to dexterity. A grappled creature takes a -2 penalty on all attack rolls and combat maneuver checks, except those made to grapple or escape a grapple. In addition, a grappled creature can take no action that requires 2 hands to perform. So right now, you can make a CMB to try to escape the grapple as a standard action, or as a standard action, you can make a CMB to, rather than being the one who is grabbed, you could try to grab the bear.
Mm-hmm. First things first, I'm a rage. I got hit. Yeah, I'm being held down by a bear.
If you have a one-handed weapon, he can
Yeah.
hack though, right?
Right.
Yeah. I guess I'll try to reverse the grapple. See if this works.
Okay.
I have a powerful maneuver, so I get +2. So that cancels out.
All right, seems good. Yeah, try as you might. You can't quite squirm out of it.
Dang. That was my standard action?
Yeah, and you can't move.
Right. I can still use my movement action if it's not a movement?
Yes. As long as it doesn't need 2 hands.
Nah, I'm just going to glare at it real hard.
Intimidatingly, one might say.
Yes.
Okay. So I have 15. Yeah, that is just good enough to demoralize the bear. You squirm and glare at it. The holy symbol flares for like half a second. The bear looks mortified and then goes back to trying to nom on you. And Artoris.
I make my movement action and call out to stop because I can see the bear now and see the symbol, and I say that it's a holy animal.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Got it. Passes to the bear. The bear would like to not maintain the grapple, so does not take its standard action to hold you. Rather, it just lets go. And we're going to... My reach is 5 feet. Basically, I'm going to full attack 1, 2, 2, and then 5-foot step for 3.
3. Oh, wow.
So
Gonna give everybody a bit of pepper.
So I was complaining that the enemies you were fighting were too weak. This thing gets 3 attacks.
That's what happens. That's why you never say that to the DM. Ever.
You have provoked my wrath, mortal. So I'm shaking right now.
Oh, you think my game's too easy, do you? Okay.
This one's going at Kato. If Kato wants to try to parry.
Yes, I will.
All right. I have a 13.
Ooh. I think I can beat that.
Doesn't he get a -2 because he's the thing?
Yep. That's why he didn't have a 15.
Oh, never mind.
Which should be more than easy enough for Kato to bat aside. Yup. And so it was.
All right. I'll swing back.
Sick compromise.
If I take him down, he doesn't get his attacks against the other 2, right?
Yeah, you would interrupt the rest of his full attack.
You did learn how to do non-lethal from Cal. She showed you. Just flat at the blades.
Okay, if you'd like to... Well, actually, you don't get to flavor that one. I get to flavor this one. So, the bear goes trying to bite in at you, and you slit its throat, and it collapses on the ground. The bear, probably only the marshals hear this, the people who are right on top of the bear. As it collapses, there's a almost human sounding sigh of relief as before your very eyes it transforms first into a very, very old human man with a look of peace in his eyes, and then there's like a snap, and a crumbling skeleton turns into dust and blows away on the wind. And that's the combat. As this happens, the shrine seems to I don't want to say it seems to fable, but I think we all understand. The sunlight falls on it a little more wholesomely. The pool becomes vibrant and colorful.
Ooh.
Vibrant, colorful.
Mm-hmm. The algae burns away, and it's like almost like a yellow white, the color of the water.
So the algae is gone.
Yep.
So whatever this creature was, I think it was here for far too long, and whatever, like, I think we just released it from its whatever was holding it.
Well, we'll never know now, will we?
Yeah.
Maybe our priest back at camp will know what trend. We'll have more information.
So, wait, did it turn back to a person?
It was a bear
It
into
did,
a
yep.
person, into a skeleton, into dust.
Oh, wow. And there's no clothes or anything on it?
Mm-mm. Not anymore. It was wearing the, like, clothing that didn't look unlike what Jod is wearing, just the style was a little older.
Cass,
Ionia begins to pray over where the ashes, or where the skeleton turned to dust or whatever.
Okay.
It came from over here, so Cal's gonna look over here, see if he sees anything.
Okie dokie. You look
The
over
water
there.
turned. Oh, I'm sorry.
The cave goes back for a while, and it's pretty obvious that the bear had been living there for a pretty long time.
Can I see the back of the cave, or is it too dark?
It would get too dark, I feel like, before you got to the back.
I'm going to light up my bullseye lantern.
Okay. So the cave itself probably goes back like 200 feet. As like Cal goes back examining it and stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this gives me like 120 feet. So I'll go back until I can see the back of it. And does anything catch my eye at all?
Not really. Just that a bear had been living here.
Yeah. All right, then I'll come back. It doesn't look like it was guarding anything. Yeah.
It was probably guarding the temple.
It seemed like it was corrupting it.
Are there any entrances to the temple anywhere up here?
Seems more like it was just walk up the stairs. Here is a flat platform where worship takes place.
Gotcha.
It's not
So, like,
uncommon for Rassil's temples to be outdoors, especially in this part of the world. And also with the history checks that were thrown around, a lot of this place has sat here for years and years and years, probably dating back to around the last, I don't remember which army of exploration was Taldor's army sent north to try to, one of the first people to try to tame the Stolen Lands and failed. But probably around that time period.
There's nothing in these little nooks over here or anything?
No.
Cool. And Cal's gonna see her praying over the ashes. It's like, are you upset you didn't get your furs?
Oh, that is a thing, isn't it? Yeah. think Ionia might be super muted right now. Yeah, she is.
Hmm.
I would like to. So you said the water turned a different color.
Yeah.
Can I do something with that? Maybe.
You certainly can.
Let's start with detect magic.
There it is. Yeah, it definitely pings his magic. It for you, non-evil divine caster. It's the best quick and dirty way I think to say it would be it's a giant potion of cure light wound of cure light wounds. Basically,
Okay.
drinking from this water, drinking from the now once again sacred pool of Erastil will put yourself back together. You probably can't bottle the water for infinite potions, but now that the temple is
Sure.
cleared, it's... I guess the best thing to consider this place on the map is the spot of infinite healing, because so it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a sip.
And as you do so,
Nobody is surprised.
yeah,
Look, man, I actually got damaged that time.
and 10 hit points back.
Nice.
Doesn't Ionia too is slightly wounded still, or from the bigger trap, or is
No, I
that?
think we've rested since then.
Yeah, you guys have
Okay.
rested like 2 or 3 times at this point. More than enough to heal the superficial stuff. Okay.
Like I'm probably gonna have a scar from that, but I should not be like limping anymore. I should be pretty much functional at this point.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. So is there anything else anybody wants to do here? Any more exploration checks to be rolled, things like that?
I'm not really about going through and like trying to loot a temple, so I say we just leave it at this.
I already looked around. There's nothing else in there.
All the better.
Okay.
I do think there's value in going back to Oleg's and letting the Jad know what happened here.
Yeah, we'll get there eventually.
That is true.
I mean, we're quite a ways out. We've got a path planned for us.
Yeah.
Eventually, we will go back to Oleg's, but I think we need to finish our expedition first.
Okay. So then I'm gonna boom, boom, and I can't find me text. There we go. I'll call this Temple of the Elk, which I'll put right there. And then next was we wanted to go on up into this square and do any more examining of that.
Sir.
Oh, the other side of the river.
Yeah. I'll give you this one for free because it would cost a couple of days for no reason. The thing to have been found was on the north side of the river. So like going up there would be examine, find nothing, and then come back. So then if the next square is here, assuming we just head then straight on.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alrighty. Now I gotta find my book. I kind of remember that one from the CRPG, but I'm going to double check and make sure I have this right. In any case, if you guys want to go a searching around, it is, yup, you got it. And so do I. Neat. Boom. Okay.
One thing we're good at is perception checks on these tiles.
Indeed. So I'm going to
It's
roll.
true. We are
percentage
good at
dice.
exploring.
Good. That's like 30% of Kingmaker. Okay. So you guys, as you go exploring around farther down here, you come upon several of the trees and bushes and things all have very, not like cut yourself sharp, but like sharp bristles that have been rubbed off by something as it's moved through. In addition, there are a lot of cleared out trees. In some places, the smaller trees have been flat, just knocked over.
And when you say bristles, you mean like quills or something that would be on on an animal?
Mm-hmm. It'd be on a knowledge nature check.
That would be on a Senya.
I think I'm familiar with these particular trees.
That's a giant porcupine. Kalira, 14 is close enough to the DC. Very clearly, these bristles are the bristles of a particularly large boar. Matter of fact, you guys have heard some stories. Probably Kalira hears stories in the alleyways of Restov of people who have come out into the Greenbelt in search of a particularly aggressive beast known as Tusk Gutter. Tusk Gutter is identified by the very distinctive gray bristles on his face, which are on the trees.
Oh yeah,
Tusk Gutter has a reputation for being very, I want to say ornery, but actually it's just most often people go hunting this very scary boar and then don't come back.
You don't come back.
Boars generally aren't known for their disposition.
Mhm.
Anyway.
And as you come upon a fallen over pine tree with bones littering the den, very clearly you've come upon Tusk Gutter's lair. Tusk Gutter is presently not here.
Yeah.
So it's
She
big
will
enough to,
disseminate that information to the party.
so it's big enough to lay these trees flat, though. That's scary.
I mean, I don't know. I think it would be a good thing to do. If you want to put that name out there, could you imagine being the first people to have killed Tuskgutter? Could you imagine putting his skull on Oleg's wall?
Is this something I would have heard about, maybe with a history?
Yeah, probably. Yup. Yes, you have.
I have heard all sorts of stories.
Mhm.
I actually agree with Cal. This thing is known for most likely killing people. If these are to be our lands, I think ridding these lands of Tusk Gutter could only be a good thing.
Not to mention the fame that it would bring.
Not to mention the rep.
Since-
No, I mentioned that. I explicitly mentioned that.
Hashtag reclaimers.
I'd like to look around to see if I'm able to discern which way Tusk Gutter has gone.
Sure. That would be a survival check. So the tracks are pretty fresh. Tusk Gutter will probably return in the next maybe hour or so. Probably this is just the time of day that it has woken up, it's gone out into the woods to try to find something to eat, root around a little, and then is going to come back.
So what's in its den?
What's in its den? Asking the real questions. Bones, some humanoid, some not. Nothing else. There's no treasure, unfortunately.
I wasn't looking for treasure. Is there anything that looks like, I don't know if boars have that, like maybe some sort of foliage is fashioned into some sort of bed of some sort?
Not really. Not anything that advanced. The
Alright.
most
You're thinking about that bear trap, aren't you?
I'm 100% thinking about the bear trap.
the most advanced thing you find are maybe like broken arrows, in one case a short bow that has snapped and has been out in the elements for so long as to no longer be useful at all.
Though no bed aside, I don't think the bear trap's a bad idea.
Agreed.
I think I'm gonna have Kalir set up the bear trap and see if she can put some bones around it to kind of
hide it.
cover it.
Okay.
Yeah, and
what about
she's got a
this?
little
What if Doggo sniffs around for the area that maybe smells the most? Like I imagine wherever it sleeps probably has the strongest smell.
That makes sense.
Okay.
And could certainly find it. Maybe the boar has not fashioned a bed, but there is a particularly soft patch of pine needles.
Okay, so I would move some of those pine needles out the way, and put I got a little hammer for my pittance. I would nail in the chain and set the trap, and then just daintily cover it over with the pine needles.
Okay, works for me. Well, I suppose what I'll do
resourceful.
is I'm gonna get back on this here random map because that's all Kingmaker is. Oh my god, I want to capture the screen really quickly.
Does it make you build all the maps?
Yeah, there's like the Temple of the Elk, the Stag Lord's Fort. There's a couple others you guys haven't seen yet. Thornford, Oleg's, the Mites, and the Kobolds. Everything else is, no, they fight 4 of this. You want a map? You get no map. But what I will say is originally the random map indicator was Kato, like just a token of Kato. Now it's the dog. So that's wholesome, is what that is. That's
the mascot.
Just a dog hanging out. Bam. Okay. If you guys would arrange yourselves, I will make a quick and dirty. Oh, let me see. How do I want to do this? I'll say right here is where the trap is set. And I'm going to make some squares on the board to represent trees.
I feel like it would be best for us to be hiding when it comes back.
Yeah, no. Cal's gonna look at Ksenia and say, you know, I did promise not to use it on an animal. I do apologize for that, but I'm not really a hunter.
What direction did the tracks go off in?
This way, off to the south. Seems to be a theme.
What is to the south?
Everything goes
Everything,
south.
apparently.
What is down there?
Stag Lord.
Yeah, you guys do know that is the direction of the Stag Lord's fort. That has been.
I don't think any of that is at all related. Nope.
What's the difference between a stag and a boar, really?
You know.
So what are these
Those are
boxes?
trees. Just like a
We're
quick
just
and
hiding.
dirty, they are
This
trees.
is still the same day as the.
And the X is where it's sleeping?
The X is where the bear trap is set. Yeah.
This is still the same day, or did we rest?
You guys have rested. It's been one more day.
Got my rage.
He wants to know if he can rage again.
Oh no, I know I could definitely rage again. I mean, I only can't rage for like a round after doing it for a round, so it's like 6 seconds. It's fine.
Okay. Is everybody where they want their tokens to be?
I don't think. Yeah. Bill Myers like, you know what? I'm just gonna sit out and wait for him.
I'm hide over there.
Okay, sounds good. If everybody could make stealth checks.
Oh.
Spoiler alert, I failed.
Spoiler alert, me too.
Oh my god.
We are not sneaky.
Woof.
Except a lot.
So we're good at perception, but sneaking, not so much.
But hey, they're
No
not
one
going to
saw
be
me.
aware of Kato and the dog, so -1.
That is a thing. I haven't seen somebody roll in the negatives in a minute. Okay, I just need to double check the. That is.
You're at a
there.
-4? How is that possible?
Armor.
It's the
Yeah, I'm at a -3.
giant golden math. It goes clink clack.
That's true.
He goes click clack.
I rolled a
That
2
mask
and a
is
4.
shiny.
The 2 was the direction that Tusk Gutter would enter from. The 4 is the direction the wind would turn as he did. The wind is blowing from you guys to him. I think that means downwind. In any
Yes.
case, the boar smells you and stops right there. Doesn't immediately get aggressive, but does start grunting and pigging.
Pigging out.
Just
Pigging out.
Grunting and pigging.
porridge dives in.
That's what we should have had. Should have a bowl of porridge right there, man. It's the ultimate bait.
Yeah.
Nothing can resist.
Presently not doing anything at the moment, but it's pretty clear that it smells you. It probably... I mean, there are things that are blocking line of sight, but less than quiet are most of us.
You know something's up.
Yeah,
We're not in initiative yet.
not yet. Unless
No,
you
no
want to
one's-
attack it, then we would go to
No one's
initiative.
no one's made a hostile action, so it knows we're here.
We don't know that it knows we're here, though.
We see
Knowledge-
it's
knowledge nature checks.
Stomp.
Knowledge natures. Which I don't know.
Oof. Get my bad rolls out the way. Let's do it.
Untrained, I can only get a total of 10, right?
Yeah. Nevertheless,
God damn, man.
it dawns on almost everyone that you're standing downwind of something that tracks with its nose, and it's stopped for a reason. It knows something is out there, and it's on the defensive right now. Probably the only thing that is stopping it from just rushing at you is that it doesn't know exactly where anyone is.
Well, as a hunter barbarian, I think I'm walk out of my hiding with my Rancer Lord to
And
try and like.
Now we roll initiative. As soon as it can see you.
Yeah.
You're getting charged.
That's it.
I assume everyone would like to participate, so if everyone would roll for initiative.
I was hoping it would go after her first because I was hoping she could at least get it lined up so that she can maybe make it run over the trap.
That was my thought too.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well.
Hey, if you can lure it, yeah. You can move fast enough. You rolled.
I think you're the only one that's in a position to.
I expected it to come from the south. I think we all did. We're all up in the north. Damn, Cal, you slow today.
The
Yep.
slowest. And
Well, I was fast in that one fight, though.
That's true.
That was
all
it.
I have is just that. Okay, so then looks like first up, as Tusk Gutter turns, sees Cinia, is, yeah, it's Kato.
Kato.
As if any of us are surprised. Kato is first.
I'm gonna. All right, and these are each still 5 foot squares.
Hmm.
Oh boy. So it seems. I think I'm going to hold my turn. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna hold my turn
Taurus.
until after the boar goes.
Cool.
Let's see. Squares are still 5.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna stand here and cast Blast.
Okay.
Damn, I wanted the haste.
Tusk Gutter.
Is that an AoE?
Yeah, it's a like 30-foot centered on him or something like.
It's like 50,
Gotcha.
I think, but yeah.
So everybody but
Let me make
Cinia.
sure. Yeah.
So Cinia is something I can see. I hear magic, but I have no concept of what magic is. I suppose I'm just gonna 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Holy shit, this
35,
thing is fast.
40. Yeah, it just takes off towards Cinia and Kato.
All right, now me. Ugh, I didn't expect it to clear that much ground in one turn.
Yeah, it's booking it.
All right. These boxes, would you say they block movement? I'd have to move around the
Yeah,
green
you need
square.
to move around the green squares, yeah.
All right. So I will do the usual ritual, draw my weapon as a move, activate crane style as a swift, and move 1, 2, 15, 20, 25, 30, and total defense.
Okay, works for me. And Ionia.
I will. I don't think this thing's gonna come after me. I'm gonna just kind of take like partial cover behind this tree and shoot past Kato into the boar.
Okay.
It actually might come to me because now I'm gonna be the first one to.
First blood.
You know, actually, I'd like to hold my turn.
She learned her
until
lesson from the
boar is
second
damaged.
fight.
Okay.
Yeah, I did. I'm gonna hold my turn until the boar has taken damage or until the bottom of the round.
Cool. Then it goes to Cinia. Tusk Gutter it's not mechanically charging at you, but it's barreling down at you.
So I'm gonna take, if I take a 5 feet this way, does my weapon reach?
It does not.
Okay.
But you can move. You can use your normal move.
Mm.
So I'd like to do then a normal move towards it where my weapon would reach, which is gonna be here-ish.
That'll
Right?
do it. You got it.
And can I attack with
Mhm.
my reach weapon? Okay.
You got it.
So I will draw my Rancer and attack.
Unfortunately,
Oof.
it slides off the ground. Basically, you go to stab in. There's a bit of mud. You like the angle is awkward. And Kalira.
Okay. Yeah. So I guess like if I use my full because I can. How's the movement thing? If you use a full action, you can. Is it triple your movement?
No, you can. Move action is one, then a double move using your standard action to move is double. You can run at times 4, but that has to be in a straight line.
Okay. I can move through these squares though. Yes, because
Gotta
these
go
are just
around them.
trees. Oh, I got to do it. So
Okay. And we have a move. And I think it passes to Ionia.
I was actually gonna throw my. I was just checking. I might
I
be able
see.
to throw my javelin at it.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah. So I'm gonna throw my javelin at it.
So it definitely, you lean back and you throw your javelin and it connects, but it seems to just like glance off the hide of this thing and it falls into the dirt.
And
So end of the round, Ionia.
Figure out its next of kin. Oh, damn. Man, we are like striking out hard.
Not the best rolls in the opening salvo, no.
Oh, I just realized I was muted. One more time, how does diagonal movement work?
Every other is 10.
So 2
So
diagonals.
that's 5,
would be 15.
10. Huh?
So it'd be like, watch, 5, 15, 20, 30, 35, 50, or 35, 45, 50, 60, that kind of thing.
Okay, so from here it'd be like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay. And I think that's all we're doing.
Okay. I think it passes to Arcturus then.
I'm gonna go ahead and give haste to Cal.
Okay.
oh wait, what did that bless give me as far as my
Up-
hit? Did that
up
give?
+1, which still wouldn't do it.
That still wouldn't have done it though.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm a big ol' angry boar. There are things I want to do angry boar things to, and then someone hit me in the side with something I'm not really registered. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna... It provokes an attack of opportunity from Sania, because I'm not smart enough to 5-foot step. So it wants to charge. As I do my power attack math. Okay, cool. What
Is it going? It's its turn again?
Yep. Oh, wait, no, it shouldn't be. It is Kato's turn. I don't know how that happened. Pretend that didn't happen. Oopsie daisies. I don't know how it got moved to before. Or you held your action. No, you didn't hold your action.
Yeah, I held my action until after him.
Ah.
Yeah.
Then in that case, it would go. Okay, we had that right. Because holding your action moves you on the initiative to, like, wherever that point sits.
Oh, for future rounds as well?
Mm-hmm.
Ew.
So then, first thing, it provokes an attack of opportunity from Senia as it goes running through.
So do I just use my Rancer to attack?
Yeah, exactly.
Got it.
Well, that definitely confirms. Okay. So 24 points of piercing damage, stabbing into Tusk Gutter, seems to mostly just upset it. It continues charging forward, swinging its tusks at your legs for a 21 to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And then my power attack, my BAB is that. This is a damage and a half, so then it's... Got it. Had to... If you could make a reflex save for me, and 17 points of slashing damage. So as this thing comes charging down, and its tusk does get you, like, in the thigh and drags down, Senia, you look down, and there are several spines that are around the head and neck of this thing, and you're able to, like, pull out of the way before those stick into you.
Ooh.
And now it's on Kato.
Ooh. She dodged the damage.
She took 17, but she didn't take the extra.
Yeah, okay.
So that's still.
That still hit like a truck, yeah.
Oh boy, this thing is.
Use the trap.
All right, I'm gonna charge.
Okie dokie.
I have exactly 30 to get here. I positioned myself perfectly. This was completely intentional.
Woo!
All right. So I'm going to add a +2 modifier to hit.
Okay. And a 27 definitely hits, and 12 points of slashing damage is registered. Still just kind of looks mostly just angry as it starts thrashing around.
Oh boy.
And
That's all I got.
My turn?
Yep, you're on.
So I am going to concentrate real hard and go into my trance, which I think gives me 4 points back to my HP.
Mm-hmm.
Gives you 4 con.
4 con, so then that's 2 HP per level, so you should get 6 more.
6?
Yeah.
And I will take a 5 step back and do a power attack.
Okie dokie. 18 hits, 12 points of damage. Pregnant pauses are fun. Okay, so at this point, Senia stabs in, and she, between Kato running up and slashing at the throat of this thing, and Senia like leaning in and stabbing in a similar position, it's pretty clear that the boar has sustained enough damage that it's gonna bleed out, but that where we would be at a point where I would be asking you against normal humanoid foes if you want to spare them or heal them, we seem to be at a point where the boar just like doesn't register that it's going to bleed out and continues to angrily thrash and try to come at you guys. And I think it passes to Cal.
All right, so yes. There you go. 44. Oh, I can do that easy. Thanks, Abadar.
Now, you being hasted means you are super fast right now.
Aaron, give it some whackage with the great sword. I guess I couldn't charge it because they're in the way, right?
Right, there's no straight line. But you certainly can attack.
+2.
And +2 is a 15, which does not quite get there.
Let's swing again. Jeez.
Since you had to
Even
move,
worse.
you don't have a full attack action, so you only had the one attack. But
Oh, I thought I'd get a second
Yeah,
attack
haste.
with the haste.
right, but only when making a full attack action, and you
Oh,
can't. That
okay.
takes the entire
Gotcha.
round. Anyway,
Gotcha.
and Ionia.
So I can spend my like regular action to charge for like twice my speed, right?
As long as you have a straight line between you and the target, which Ionia doesn't
But
right
I'd-
now because the tree's there.
Oh, okay. I could straight charge to here, right?
You could double move 35 feet and then end up
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
Yeah, you could do that.
And then that I wouldn't have I wouldn't be able to do anything, but I'd be there, right?
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. And then the doggo will come around and do a little chomp chomp.
Yum, 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 yum. It's bacon! And misses. And Arcturus.
I will move. 5, 10, 15, 20. And from here, 5, 10, 15, 20, 20, I will create water. No, I'm just I guess I'll pass.
Okay. The boar.
Could take a shot, but there's like 4 bodies in my way, so it doesn't seem like.
What am I
I don't think that
attacking?
matters.
I don't know what I'm attacking. I can't really get to Senia. And I'm too angry and not smart. I'm just gonna roll a d3 for who's gonna catch these hands.
Please be me.
These tusks.
Gotta catch these tusks. It's going for
Kato, please be me.
says every swashbuckler ever. This one's going at Clear though. I don't know why I couldn't think of your name. All right, and I'm taking a power attack, so it's minus that for a 15 to hit.
Misses.
Fair enough. And
Outrage.
Kato.
All right, time to end him rightly. Is that the saying? That,
No.
No,
It's not the saying anywhere, no.
hard no.
Full round attack. Yeah, full round attack. And I'm going to use all of my tricks.
Every trick in the book.
You're gonna see it in the comments, all the modifiers.
Swashbucklers are super fun.
Actually, I don't think I need to use combat expertise. That's kind of redundant. 15.
Does not quite. Actually, you're blessed, so that hits.
Ah!
Abadar be praised.
Habitat be praised for 49 plus this equals. Yeah, that takes him to.
I didn't throw in combat expertise then, because that would have been another -1.
Dan, if you'd like to flavor it, that takes him to dead.
He did.
I did it. Killed the boar. Became the champion that everyone knows me to be. Makes sense that the sport fighter would slay the beast.
Oh man, I should have cast haste on the board.
Okay, that's the combat. Tusk
That is the
Gutter
combat.
lies dead.
So
I like it how his flavoring was just him monologuing.
Of course, it was me slaying the boar. I am the fighter.
Real quick, out of combat, I will take the same medicine bag I used to heal myself earlier, and touch it to Senya and say, Zonoth restore my ally.
Okay, fair enough.
Good call. Good call.
We're gonna be eating boar and frog for a while.
I'm gonna try to take its head.
Okay, it's certainly something you could do. It's a delicate practice, given that there are several pokey things all around the side of him. But given that it's no longer squirming and thrashing and trying to cause you great harm, you can...
Senya, do you need more healing? You took quite a bit, right?
So I'm like, after my concentration wears off, I'm back to 17, right?
Yeah.
And how much did you heal me for?
6.
Healed you for 6.
So I'm back to 23.
Yep.
Well, for the record, even if it was a little fruitless, I was looking out for you.
Thank
Hey.
you. Hey.
Every little bit helps.
Yeah, I'm still a little hurt.
But you'll walk it off.
I'll walk it off.
Either way, you feel the grace of my ancestors.
Thanks.
Okay.
I'll same kind of thing with the frogs. I'll pull out some nice meaty bones to give to the dogs.
The dogs probably enjoy the heck out of it.
So is
It's
there
good for
anything
their
of
teeth.
is there anything of like value on this carcass? Like, we were gonna take the head because that's kind of our trophy to show that we did it. We slayed what many others tried and failed to do. But like, as far as its like hide, seems pretty sturdy. Might be worth something in to crafters. I don't know.
Certainly,
Yeah,
this
let's
is
skin 'em.
something you could skin, yeah.
All right. Someone with that
Someone
type
like
of
Senia
skill.
with a
Someone like
survival check.
Senia.
And so
There.
Ionia stands by taking extensive notes on the skinning process.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm gonna learn this stuff. I'm gonna be a nature girl.
So,
It's gonna
so
be
do you,
good.
do you put 1 point into survival every time Senya teaches you something? Is that how it works?
No, it's just kind of RP. I don't have any points in survival. Nope, it's just RP. Someday
One day.
maybe. But then when I suddenly am good at naturey things, it'll be like, oh yeah, because you took all those notes.
Not just, oh, hey, by the way, guys, I have hunter levels. Oops, look what happened.
Yeah.
But so
Gotta
far
plan ahead.
as Tusk Gutter, like, getting value off them, and Senia is able to skin Tusk Gutter with no trouble. Probably some kind of... It would stand to reason there are a lot of people that would be happy to know that this thing is now dead. It has probably cost the lives of many a hunter.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna pick up
We
my
killed
trap.
Tuskgutter. We rule you now.
We are your supreme overlords.
Good enough for
No,
me.
but if we can, there's got to be a way that we can let the Stag Lord and his cronies know that, like, what we just did.
So that's why I got the
That's-
the head.
That's why we carve into the trees that the reclaimers were here.
Carve it into the lair, into the den. So when the next brave fool comes to try their hand at it, they'll see that reclaimers were here, bitches.
Pretty much. Certainly it would send the right kind of message, because the bandits probably all know who Tusk Gutter is as well.
Tuskgutter thought he could claim this land, but we have reclaimed it.
He was not a good enough boy. He thought he was a good boy. He hit one of the barbarians for quite a bit, and that was cool. Boars have power attack, bears do not. That's weird.
My real life dog got very excited about that voice.
Good.
Yeah.
He's a
How
good
big is
boy.
how
The
big
best
is
boy is the dog over there, and so is
How-
Achilles.
how big is this head anyway?
Probably about the size of yours,
Oh, okay, so it's not huge.
give or
Okay.
take. Now, Tusk Gutter was a
It's
medium
fine.
creature.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so it's just like a regular sized boar, yeah.
About 4 feet off
Well-
the ground, probably weighs about 200 pounds. Yeah.
Not quite a dire boar.
Yeah, that'd have been spoopy.
Still, to these locals, this might as well be.
Yeah, it's still definitely like, in a mechanical sense, this thing has the same CR as that bear.
Out of character, my real life family crest is the boar, so I'm a little saddened by this. In character, I'm very proud of us.
Fair enough.
Okay, I'll jot that down.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Put that in the notes.
Indeed. So that also counts this hex as explored as well. The only thing of real note here was the lair of a powerful boar.
All right.
We got a
We're making good progress here.
a good hideout in case we need one.
I assume
So
someone reclaims the bear trap.
Yeah. I said I was
Okay.
gonna get my bear trap on the way out as well.
Leave it.
Whoa.
Achilles
was
would
a-
also like you to leave it.
I love how like you can spend like half an hour planning and then the plan just doesn't.
He just strolls in and the wind's
Every
blowing
time.
the wrong way, and
Sometimes
man.
the dice are not in your favor. Sometimes
Man, we
people-
could have baited him into the trap. It could have worked.
With your stealth checks, he would have heard you when he got close enough anyway. Negative
Like,
one.
cause boar sharp.
Negative
Man.
one.
Well, but the
Boar
thing is, the trap was in its like, even though the map didn't show it, right?
Yeah, it
The
was
den would have been like an enclosed
like
space.
under a tree.
Oh, okay. So
But yeah.
probably one.
You wanted to kite him into it like you're
Yeah.
playing some kind of
Like Rob Doc.
yeah.
Yeah.
Drop Docking.
Oh God.
All right.
Inside jokes.
So what we can, just so I'm clear, what we've done so far. Next step is to cross at Thornford into the plains tile, and then
Sure.
cross to the far right plains tile when we're done that, and then head back to Oleg's.
Yes.
Yeah. Should we? We're gonna look at that bandit camp when we pass through, right? Just to make sure they didn't like, move right back in.
Absolutely. Yeah. We'll
You respawn.
we never some other no, but like some of the bandits that might have scattered might have tried to like go somewhere where they know is defensible.
It's the most infuriating thing about Skyrim is bandit respawns.
Yipper.
Just
Okay.
like, dude, I've cleansed this land. Why do you keep coming back?
We might also find evidence there of where the other camps are. There might be a map or something that we missed the first time because we weren't exactly
What?
looking for that.
What? With renewed purpose, we locate a map.
Yeah.
Which clearly points out a network of bandit camps all over the stolen lands.
Like, whoa, why didn't we see this before?
Well, before we were looking for it.
Oh, that's wholesome. Okay. 6 hours pass. You guys cross up. My cat is hostile. Certainly, you would go back through the camp because the camp is the only crossing. And what you do here is up to you guys. That it has not, it hasn't respawned.
Oh,
No new bandits though.
No
No
new
one has taken up
bandits.
this spot. Because sometimes new bandits will take up the hidey holes of old bandits because
We're here
old
and we
bandits were
serve
there for a reason.
the cat lord, not the tiger lords or the stag lord, no, the cat lord. Yeah,
Cat
that's us. Here we are. And we're going to cycle through animal lords until
But no,
these
there's no one
lands
there.
are ours. Yeah, nobody's here.
Do you want to like explore the camp a little, like turn over, be a little more thorough in our? I don't. know
I,
if we'll
I'm
find
Nope, I've
anything.
changed
pretty
my mind.
thorough the first time.
Yeah, I don't think we'll find anything, but I'm up for it if you guys want to.
No, I'm pretty sure I did a pretty decent scan of the thing.
yeah, because we found what's her face's like little box, or she had like a secret stash, I think.
Yeah, that's where that music box came from.
Right.
Right.
Pretty
And no
sure
secret
we.
maps. All right, let's just.
No secret maps. Yeah.
Okay, so is it then just we're going to move straight on through it?
Yeah.
Okay. And so
Screw
it
that
was.
place.
Another
Man,
6
That
hours
was the
passed.
first and only. That was the first and only challenging fight we've had so far. As
Yeah.
I say
There it
out
is.
loud to the
Yeah, I
DM.
know.
Calling it.
Let's make enemies everywhere.
All the enemies everywhere. Okay, so then you guys exit the forest and end up in hilly terrain. You can see the old sycamore from where you are.
No, yeah. See it in
And
the
so many
distance.
fond memories.
Yeah. Remember when we found that dead guy here?
I do.
That was quite the dead guy.
Quite the dead guy. And exploring the square takes a day in perception checks.
Oh yeah, that was one tile over. We didn't find the dead guy.
That's right.
Oh, was it? Yeah, I bet.
But what you do
See?
find here, as Achilles continues to fuss,
What is this 13 crap?
This is the worst.
what is this 13 crap? What even? Okay, so as you go looking around through the hills, a particularly rocky crag catches Cato's eye, and just Cato's eye, huh? As you go looking around, Cato approaches it and sees that there's a very hostile kitty. Come here, little one. You're gonna come play some Pathfinder with Tommy
I'm
and
dead.
all his friends, and you're dead. Tigers are powerful. The Tiger Lords are here, and they say meow meow. There's a little cave. You look down, and even like you can't see because it's dark, but the walls up here, top next to you, where the light hits, they glitter.
Hoo, 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 hoo.
What,
What,
I'm gonna go ahead and light the old bullseye lantern. Look in there,
Hold
good
on.
120
Wait,
feet.
this is Cato's
I-
thing.
I haven't
didn't
told
see
you
it.
guys. Yeah, you didn't find this. I found this.
Oh,
I'm the only one that found this.
Only one who got
I'm
higher
gonna
than
just-
20.
Yeah, you guys. Me. All right.
What?
I don't know. Just ignore that. That was dumb. I will, instead of just being selfish, I will holler. Hey guys, I think you might want to take a look at this. As his eyes kind of like glisten a little bit. Do I know what the shiny? Can I identify it?
An appraise check or a dungeoneering check. Probably also a nature check. I feel like that should also be a nature check.
I have none of those, so go for it, guys.
I'll come over and do my naturey observation, see if I can find out.
Okay.
well, do I see anything 120 feet down?
It only goes about 30 foot down. The whole
Oh,
thing
really easy.
glitters, but no one's really sure why.
This is a new day, right?
Yeah.
So
Dawn of a new
even
day.
with the lantern light in
With
there,
logic.
we don't see anything that would make it glitter,
You see shiny rock. It's the light that is causing it to glitter.
right?
So I expended my tireless logic to reroll.
Okay. But no one can quite figure out what it is.
Wow, an 18's not enough.
18's not enough.
So it's just shiny rocks. That's all we see.
Mhm.
Oh wait, I have.
Appraise or dungeoneering or nature.
I mean, the problem is, I'm being a little meta here. A little bit of a character oversight. I don't have the appraise skill, so I'll have to fix that going forward. But I do have knowledge of nature. If I just like nat 20 this, nice and easy.
Yeah, just real quick.
So
Nat
You have ranks in knowledge nature?
Can-
no, but I have it. It's a thing.
so
Okay, can I just take one then?
we can do
Use
like
maybe-
a
Look
can-
at it later.
we can do a take 20 on this, can't we? Since there's no.
You think you might not be threatened here.
Yeah.
Haven't heard from Perlavash in a little while.
So why don't one of you guys with a skill do a take 20? We'll just set up a little camp while we wait for you guys to take. It takes a while, right? Taking a 20.
About a minute.
Well, we have that book, right? So we can I'll start flipping through the book to see if there's anything about resources or whatever that might be out here.
Okay.
No, it's only.
I mean, can't we just take one and then just do the check again later?
Take
While
shiny
we're
rock.
moving?
What is shiny rock?
I look at it later, and suddenly it strikes me. I know what this
You
is.
know, this-
Oh, wait
Exactly,
a minute.
you gotta-
Uh-huh.
Study it
I'm
on the
saying.
move.
Someone who has like Ionia with appraise, you could just. We'll
Yeah.
just do a take 20 on it. You get a.
Yeah, I was just flavoring that. I was doing
Well,
the take 20. I was
what I
flavoring
was
it.
saying is, like, can we do that on the move
And as you're moving
instead of
in-
having to set up a camp?
Yeah.
We don't have to set up a camp. It's 20
We don't
minutes,
have to
right?
Yeah, just
That's what I thought
just like
that
10
was.
minutes real quick and taking 20.
Oh.
This is a gold vein.
It's gold.
This is gold.
There literally is gold in them Lar Hills.
There's gold in them Lar Hills.
Mm-hmm.
We found
That's
a gold
what he
mine.
said. And it was set up too, because you said it. You described it as a hilly area.
It is, yeah.
Mm.
It's
Well
perfect.
done.
Yeah. Playing the long con on us.
Oh, yeah. As I'm just watching people who are carrying what this is in their pockets struggle to figure out what even that is.
So we found gold.
Gold
Gold.
vein.
I love gold.
Obviously, without like a mining setup, there's not a lot you can do with it right now. But it
Yeah,
is
is there like another tribe of kobolds around?
I was just about to say the same thing.
I was just gonna say we could get our soot scale friends out here.
If I was more of a fan of random encounters, maybe something would come crawling out of the cave, but there's nothing in there.
All right.
But
Good
it's
enough.
good to know that
Well,
we
yeah, we have it noted. We can always set up an operation later.
When you have the ability to do so, yeah, you'd probably make quite a bit of money.
yeah, so definitely this is going on the places of interest.
Oh yeah, I've got it noted. Don't you worry.
Okay. So then another day passes as we cross over and camp and end up in this square. I will be generous as we're almost at time. There's nothing here either.
Nothing. Okay.
Not a thing.
We end it in 10 minutes, right?
Yeah. In a little less than 10 minutes, yeah.
So let's get into combat.
Right
Let's get
now.
a quick fight. Esther, you want to fight?
Staglord, here
It's
we
about
go.
time, yeah.
Attack!
Let's just throw down. Just a
Yeah.
little sparring match. Nothing serious. Actually, I would like to do a sparring match with Cal, just at some point.
As Cal
I-
learns the Sunder combat maneuver.
Actually, I
already
like that
have that.
idea too. Just
Actually-
No, never mind.
actually, I
take
already
out
have
Staglord.
Break that
That
sword in
evening.
half.
Break that sword out. Well,
We made pretty good progress.
we did.
Yeah, that's quite a
Wait,
bit
did
of
we?
that.
There was nothing on this last one.
Yeah, nothing there.
Okay.
And then-
What's a 14 do to a masterwork? So
Well, because I picked up the weapon master archetype, I have a little something called. Let me find it. Weapon guard. I get a +1 bonus against disarm and sunder attempts with my chosen weapon.
also that makes my +2 a +1.
more or less.
Yeah,
More or
nice.
less.
Okay, so then
So we go back to
have
Oleg's.
about an
Ooh,
8-hour
and
trek, or no, more like about like a day's trek to get back to Oleg's.
Cool.
Yeah, we gotta tell J-Dog.
That we saved his shrine. Well, we'll ask him what's up.
We did
What was
something
that?
to his shrine. We don't. Whatever we did to it.
We think we saved it.
Yeah, you guys go do that. I'm gonna go show
It's gonna be
Oleg
like-
this sweet boarhead.
It's gonna be like, hey. Why
Did
you
you
get
meet
to
my
show-
mentor, the druid, at the?
Oh,
Hollow
you met
first
my
brother.
my great
My-
great grandfather. I'm his only surviving kin. I was really trying
like
to
how
find him.
Cal did virtually nothing in the fight against the boar, and yet he's like, look what I got. I got the head.
Oh,
He
that's the
missed
best.
2 attacks, even though he shouldn't even have rolled the second.
Just trying to. Where are you, Jod? There's Haps Bidon. I just need.
How do you think I feel? I hasted that.
Yeah. Okay, so you go over to Jod. We tell Jod about all of the fun things that happened. As I rapidly scroll and try to find where he is. I'm just going to Control F, JHOD. Not John, no Tommy. John Gavkin, where are you? Okay,
I miss that guy.
so he tell him the story and he nods. Well, I
Roll initiative.
roll for initiative. In my visions, I had seen some troubled soul at the temple. I believe what you did, though I understand how it may feel questionable, was probably for the best. I will...
Sorry, Tommy, you're cutting in and out.
I'm cutting in and out. My cat is meowing. I have scooted away from my microphone to open the door for him, but he still complains. my millennial cat.
I mean, isn't that what they do?
Yeah, accurate. I understand there was in my vision, some tortured spirit there, and though it may have been a gray area, it is probably for the best that they are put to rest. If it's safe, I will make my way to the temple, do what I can to... I'm gonna strangle my cat. Do what I can to bring it back to functionality. Thank you, friends. I
Watch
promise...
out for the. Go ahead.
Yes?
Bear traps.
Watch out for the...
Watch out for the northwest portion of the forest there. There was quite a few bear traps set up, and we think we've disabled all of them, but there may be a few remaining. And I'll pull up my pant leg and show him my leg.
Oh, my word. I will be careful. And henceforth, I shall provide all of my spellcasting services to all of you for free, for life. I am in your debt.
Well then, looks like this all worked out perfectly.
What's Oleg thinking about this boar head?
Oleg's eyes go really wide. Oh
He
my!
changes the subject.
Oh, that's just... Oh! Did you bring any of the meat?
Yeah, we probably have some in the back,
And
in the bag or something.
again, the Ron Swanson, I'm way too happy about this turn of events, comes up and he takes the meat from
I
you
love-
and begins to cook it.
I love
where's-
that Oleg has become Ron Swanson.
He's
Totally.
old Ron Swanson who's still been Tammied, except Tammy's not horrible.
Oh.
and Ron might,
Oh,
and
God.
Ron might actually hurt himself. You see,
Svetlana seems so nice, though.
Oleg pumps the brakes real quick and sniffs the... She's here.
Is he wearing a red shirt?
I think it's about
All
time
right.
for my fourth watch through of Parks and Rec.
All right,
Oleg
all right.
goes back into the storehouse and oh my word, from the head cheese alone we could make such a fine stew.
The
We
head
get the
cheese?
we get
He
that's
nods.
what they call it.
Yeah, that's what
That's
they call
disgusting.
Hmm,
it. It's delicious.
It's
Actually
delicious.
pretty
though.
good.
That's
Well,
Guess
disgusting.
who just
That's
decided to
not
be
bad,
vegan again?
So Oleg, what do you think is a good spot to hang this skull at? I
Right
think
there.
everyone would know that we killed this.
though. Right over top of the fireplace.
Yeah, I like that spot. Can we put a sign that says, "Here lies
Killed by the Reclaimers.
the head of Tuskor, slain by Cato and the Reclaimers"?
Wow.
Can we leave out the Kato specific
Sure,
there? Just
sure.
the Reclaimers?
Yeah, Reclaimers is fine.
He nods enthusiastically and what does he give ya? What is the quest for Tuskgutter? The quests, like their rewards, are in the back of the book and it's so blurred. Okay, Tuskgutter's head was brought back. Who
Oh,
doesn't?
we didn't even know we had to do that, but we did it. That's great.
But you did it. Everyone who does not have a masterwork weapon now has a masterwork weapon. As
Wait,
Oh.
of any that we
The-
just picked.
one of whatever your primary weapon is. So a masterwork rancer, a masterwork whatever kind of bow for Artoris, a masterwork greatsword.
No, Arturus wants that masterwork priest thing.
No, I wanted to get a hand crossbow.
Okay, masterwork
Is that
hand
is that
crossbow it is.
doable? Oh,
Yeah,
sweet.
totally.
What? You're
Yeah.
forsaking this. Oh,
Next time, friends, when you go hunting, use better gear. Just like my crossbow. And he looks up at his crossbow, and Svetlana looks at him funny, and he gets real sad and suddenly has cornrows because he's changed. Man! He takes a bite of his porridge, looks up at Svetlana angrily, and says, "There's been a mistake! This is the food my food eats!" Dell already has a masterwork weapon.
that is
Master-
sad.
Masterwork,
That is-
whatever
Another
you're
one.
wearing.
Another one, even though I can only use one weapon.
A
As
second
for
one.
my.
Do you have
I
masterwork
mean,
armor?
Could
yet?
have-
You might
have
get
backup.
disarmed one day.
Yeah. So I have a masterwork dueling sword. I have masterwork parade armor.
Damn it.
I don't have
Parade armor?
It's basically studded leather armor that is
Everybody's
decorated.
reaction to it.
Parade armor.
It's called parade armor, but it's basically studded leather armor with like your sigil and crest. Like it's
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 studded
fancy.
leather armor for formal
You're fit for a
occasions.
parade, sure.
But I do have a dueling dagger that's not masterwork, so if I could
Deal.
upgrade that,
So it
that
was.
would be fine. Okay,
That works.
it's my offhand weapon or my sidearm. Cool.
And with
This
that,
is a great gift. Thank you.
he nods
wonderful.
enthusiastically as he stirs the pot that the head cheese is in.
Mhm.
What is head cheese? Is that just brain? That's
It-
brain.
It's just brain.
It's disgusting.
Neat. Fair enough,
Why
and
would-
that is where we are going to call it
Oh.
for today.
Good as any meat.
With head cheese. I am kind of hungry now. Thank you guys for watching. We don't quite level yet, but we have cleared a sizable portion of this part of the map, and we're moving right along. So we'll be back at it next time for more Kato and the Reclaimers retake the stolen lands. I'm gonna rename our Discord. But in the meantime, be sure to like and subscribe. Say bye, guys.
Bye.
See ya.